Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the call. My name is Tina Hendrickson. I'm a senior team leader with Origami Owl, and I'm excited to share with you today and also have Megan Hendrickson, leading designer in Owlette, on the call, and Pamela Rivera, a leading designer on Megan's team. And so we are so excited for you to hear about the events and how to be successful. We want to share with you what we've done and the results in the last 4 to 5 events that we've done. It has just been amazing. So we're excited, and we hope you will learn a lot and take some nuggets away from the call. So the events and how to be successful. You ready? So something I wanted to share with you is that we've been at a lot of events where people are really busy walking by. If you've never done events and you possibly have a really beautiful display and it's eye appealing and everything is out and you have lots of stuff for people to look at, and sometimes people are just so busy they're running by, walking by, or looking at the ground even. I know it sounds crazy. So something that we've done is we just say, hi, how you doing? No matter what they're looking at. I mean, obviously, if they're engaging in conversation with another vendor, we don't do that. But if they're walking by or whatever, and we just say to them, would you like to join in on our drawing for a free piece of jewelry? And 9 times out of 10, of course, they come over and they want to fill that out. So if you don't have this form, you can email me and we can get it to you. It basically just says, I would like to, and it gives them 4 options. Host an Origami Owl jewelry bar, receive info on joining the Origami Owl team, receive info on fundraising and or events, and stay up to date on future products, news, and info. So if they fill that out and they check one of those boxes, then their name goes in for a drawing. And the thing that's nice is you are the CEO of your business. You can pick and choose what you want to give as a gift. I'm going to be honest with you, this past weekend, it was a 3-day event. On Saturday, I had a mom with me that's an Owlette mom. She's in training because they haven't even started their business yet with their first launch party. And she came to learn how we do this. So her and I collected 13 names on Saturday, okay? And then on Sunday, we collected 25 names. And then we also had customers that purchased. So we have those names, we have the contact names for the drawings, and as well as the vendors came over and they wanted to purchase and they wanted to go ahead and get in on the drawing and the free gift. Now, again, you're your own CEO, so you can pick and choose what you want to give away. Can I give you a little pointer? Everybody's going to win something. And if you've been to any Origami Owl event, especially National Convention or the pop-up tour, we love something they say, and it is everybody gets one. So every single person that filled out that form will receive something from me. They can either get a gift card, a gift certificate from us, a 5 off of 25, or free charm, or you pick and choose. If you wanted to make it where they win something or they earn something by purchasing something, you can do that. You can offer that. Now, we offered dangles. We said that somebody would win a free dangle, and it would be their choice. So we're going to go ahead and draw a name from each day and let somebody win the dangle. And I'm going to give them the choice of the new Swarovski cross, the new butterfly, or they can pick some of our traditional dangles. But everybody will win something. Isn't that awesome? Now, if someone says, oh, no, I'm not interested, which we will get. Don't take it personally, and just offer them your business card. And something we do is we make a little bucket up or a little basket up, and it has our business cards that have photo images of lockets on it, and also we put on there a piece of candy or a lollipop or a lifesaver. So that's just something that's non-threatening and easy and fun to do. Now, of course, if they look over and they pause for a moment and they come and fill out this form, again, they're busy and they're walking by and never heard of Origami Owl, then we will absolutely point to the box of the designer kit and say, this is Bella. This company was started by her, and she was only 14 when she started it. And of course, most time people respond, what, right? So if they're there and they're willing to talk with you a minute, I quickly tell them about Bella's story. I just tell them that, Bella was 14. She wanted to be able to have money, a vehicle when she turned 16. And what we want to tell you is do not keep this a secret. This is the best part of the business. Obviously, the living lockets are amazing, but what Bella did is really touching lives of people, and it makes a difference in our company. So I always tell them that I am very quick, and I would love to have somebody, if they want to role play with me, we can do that. But basically, I just say, you know, she started when she was 14, and what she did was friends and family started supporting her quickly, and she was able to get a kiosk at the mall. That just snowballed. The results of that was amazing, and I just tell them that what she did was, instead of selling out to Macy's and Dillard's because they wanted her exclusively in her store, in their stores, excuse me, she went ahead and paid it forward, made it a social selling company, and now 60,000 people have jobs because of her. Now, of course, I'm explaining a little bit as I tell you, but I literally have my little intro about Bella down to like 30 seconds to like a minute and a half to 2 minutes. And then that way when people go, really, or however they respond, sometimes they'll say something like, wow, that's amazing. And then I always say yes. And now, 5 years later, 60,000 people have jobs because of her. Now, you could be telling this as they fill out the form. You can be telling this as they're looking at the jewelry. I'm telling you, the responses we get is overwhelming. We have very few people that say things like, oh, she must be brat, or she must be spoiled, or whatever, and we always say, no, that was amazing. Now, then if they go, wow, really? I always share about the Owlettes, and that 12 to 17-year-olds can do this business. So right after I say the 60,000 people have jobs because of her in a 5-year time frame, I also tell them that 2,500 of them are Owlettes. Of course, we're growing because just in the past few months, we've added 3 just to our team. So it's amazing to tell them that, and people love that. They want to respond, and then they say, well, how much is it to get started? Or, wow, it sounds like a really easy business, So we always make sure that we share with them about the starter kit. And I tell people that we started with the starter kit, the basic kit, and we did an event 2 weeks afterwards. So I want to tell you to make sure you have copies on hand, and make sure you have your information on there. Have your name, have your phone number, have your email, and your website. And don't forget your designer ID in case they go on the website, origamiOwl.com, they need your ID to put in there to sign up under you. Okay? Don't forget that. Now, many of you know the story about Bella, and you know that she did get her Jeep for her 16th birthday. But did you also know she only needed $1,500 when she started this journey? That's all her used Jeep cost, was $1,500. She's so humble that when her 16th birthday rolled around, she still thought she was getting a used vehicle. So it's exciting to be able to share that with people, and that's when they see how humble and how loving she is. Now, the next thing I do is, while they're standing there, I quickly say, there's 5 steps to building a living locket, and I point to my charms, and I go ahead and show them the locket, the chains, and I just say there's 5 steps. Point to it on your table so as you're saying it, they know what it is. Very simple, easy. Now, if you don't have a lot of jewelry, or you start off with the basic kit, use the looks that are in the back office for ideas. You can print the images, put them in frames, or put them in a little simple scrapbook to show them, a little photo album. And you can show some of the looks. Something else that we've done that has really helped our sales at these events is we've hung prices on them for a quick reference. As you do the business and as you learn it, you can quickly say that a large twist Swarovski crystal face and base is $36. But maybe because of some are classic and some are, some have the twist faces, it gets confusing when people start asking. So if you have a set, a really simple set, and you can say, oh, our lockets start at a locket chain and a charm starts at $35. People will be like, what? Yes, if they do the least expensive locket, 1 charm, and your least expensive chain, it's roughly around $35. If they want to do the whole kit and caboodle, so I just say they start from $35 and they go up. So it's a great reference point for you to share with them. The other thing that we offer, which has been phenomenal at our events, again, I did my first event. I started in August 2013, and my first event was 2 weeks after. I only had the basic kit. I borrowed a couple locket sets to show. Of course, they were my mentors, so I wasn't going to sell them. They were hers, and some butts, and we put pictures out. But I offered, buy a locket, a chain, and 3 charms. You get 2 for free. So it cost us $10. It's a value of $10, and then then we'll have it shipped to them. So they pay shipping, but then you get the you get the PV and you get the commission on that. So just wanted to share that with you, that that's something else that you can do, is to offer that. And it ships directly to them. Now, I want to go back a little bit and tell you that my first event, being 2 weeks out, not having the inventory, I had a lot of vendors around us come around and they're like, that's all you have? Oh. And they were a little shocked to see us set up there. That first event was a 3-day event. It cost us $115, and we did $800 in sales. And the girl next to me signed up, her and her mom. It was an older woman. So the moms and the daughters signed up, and they did phenomenal for almost 2 years. And then her mom and her had some health issues, so they had to step away. But that just goes to prove to you that it's very easy to do the business, but it's also very eye-appealing and attractive. Now, while they're standing there, you know, if they sort of hesitate about the price, we always have the Hostess Reward, the Hostess Exclusive, and the Hostess Reward sheet out right there, ready for people to see it. And we share it. And I'm telling you, even if you only have one, put it out, because this draws so much attention to the table. Don't you think, Megan? It's a huge eye catcher. People love the amethyst, and of course the earrings and that beautiful opal, the dangle. So make sure. And guess what? You need to have copies again on hand, because if you don't have it out, then people will just see it and they may not realize it. And I quickly go over the benefits if they're interested, and I tell them the average jewelry bar is $500. So you can quickly show them what they would approximately be getting. You know, share with them quickly. It could be online, in person, it could be a mixture, you know, everything, and tell the rewards of it. Besides what they get, tell them we can have everything shipped directly to your friends and your family. You don't have to deliver anything. That's so eye-appealing. There's so many companies that you have to deliver, and even like fundraisers that kids have to deliver. So I'm so excited. I hope you all are excited to hear more. This is going to be Megan sharing her portion, and I just want to introduce you to her. She started in November 2013. We actually asked her, Megan, would you like to have a birthday party with all your friends, or do you want to have a business and start your business? Now, I had started in August, so she saw me work my business a little bit, and she helped me, and all of a sudden she went to a meeting and she got it, and she loved it. So I'll let Megan tell you a little bit about her story.
Hi guys, this is Megan. So some things I wanted to talk to you tonight were one thing about when I first started, I was very shy, and so I'm going to talk about how, yeah, I'm not very shy now, as you can see by the picture. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about how I went from shy to high, and then two other points as well. So when I became a designer, like I said, I was shy, and I had a hard time finding ways to comfortably share Origami Owl, its jewelry, hosting a jewelry bar, and furthermore the business opportunity with people and even friends that I knew. So I had a hard time talking with people, mostly because I was scared of people saying no, then them thinking that I was pushy, and then wanting to be my friend, not wanting to be my friend. That's literally what I thought would happen, which, let me tell you right now, is so far apart from the truth. And so when I told my mom about that, what I had thought, she convinced me different, and she gave me different examples of what we encounter as customers at different restaurants, gas stations, and stores that advertise and ask for your information to be able to receive updates and even sign up for additional rewards without being pushy. And so I've expanded from that and have been able to feel like I can communicate and share Bella's story and all things Origami Owl in a non-threatening way with people, just like those other businesses.
Yeah.
Okay, so
where we've been, and they've heard that, and you've heard that.
Oh, like Target, I know, Bells, they always ask me, like, would you like to sign up for our credit card? You get rewards, and you get like 40% off this thing today. And I'm like, no. But it's non-threatening how they do it, because they already have you at the cash register, and they're already asking you while you're making your purchase, so it's not like you can just run away and say no, you know what I mean? So there's different ways that you can do it like that. So basically, my next point is,
I'm sorry. I made this slide up because I wanted to show some of the Owlette opportunities that Megan had with meeting Chrissy, who's in the blue dress, and that's Emily and Haley, and then Elizabeth, and then on the right, we were in Chicago, and Bella came running up to us and asked to do a selfie with us, right, Megan? That was so awesome. We were at the deep dish pizza place, and then these are the Owlettes that were at National Convention that went to the night at the museum.
And something that's really cool, this group picture on the bottom, that is actually featured in the takeout menu, the spring takeout menu, and also online. So I'm able to say, hey, you see me? I'm right there. I don't know if you can see me.
They're right here. The girls are right here.
And Haley and Emily, yeah, we're all there. So
yeah. So I just wanted to show that they really love to feature, and they really cater to the Owlettes. And this is Megan's newest Owlette that joined at the home show we were doing 2 weeks ago. And this is Haley, another Haley. So it's just fun to share. So sorry.
So how I've gotten to that point of being just like awesome and out there and not shy and stuff, and being able to go to convention and interact with other people and share the opportunity with other kids, is I come to this point here. If you know it, don't be afraid to own it. And basically what I mean by this is, you know what, it doesn't matter if you've been a designer for 4 years or 4 hours. You are an Origami Owl designer. You know it and have the right not to be afraid to own it. And own it, on a side note, is basically means that you are what you know, you are representing it, and are a part of what you are sharing. So be confident in what you know and own it. Be it, live it, and love it. If you're an Origami Owl, then you know about Bella's story, her dream, and everything else. So own it, share it, be it, and don't be afraid to share her awe-inspiring story and the impact of her choices and decisions in your own life. What has Origami Owl done for you? Professionally, as a business person, spiritually, personally, in your own relationships, and so on? You know what our jewelry is and what it represents for people, their loved ones, and their lives. So own it. Share what you have been able to share, display, and do with your own lockets. Also, you know that this company has amazing hostess rewards and discounts for those jewelry bar party hostesses. So share it, own it, and be confident about sharing the opportunity. Also, you know the business because obviously you're an Origami Owl designer. So show them how you run your business. Share the company's benefits and invite others to do the same. Do you see it? You are first knowing, you are then sharing in a non-threatening way, and you are then owning it because you are sharing with passion and not hiding anything, because it's all just too awesome not to share. So up until recently, I was so afraid of people's responses at events when I was asked, have you heard of Origami Owl? Mostly because I took what they said personally, or was just so taken back or not prepared for what they said that I would just cower down. So I'll give you some examples of these comments that I've heard. So usually I'll start out with, have you heard of Origami Owl? And most of the time, 50% of the time, I'll get, huh, or what? Like, they didn't hear me. Now, before, I would just be like, oh my gosh, they didn't want to hear anything I said. They're just looking. They hate my guts. They want to ignore me. Like, literally, this is what I would be thinking. But honestly, most of the time, it's people that are hard of hearing, and they just didn't hear what you said.
Or it's noisy at the event, right?
So don't be afraid to just say, I'm sorry, and repeat what you said. Have you heard of Origami Owl? No or yes. Okay, did you know that it was started by a 14-year-old girl? And most of the time, you'll get mixed reactions like, oh, really? Or, wow, or, huh? You know, you'll get that again, and you'll be like, yeah, isn't that awesome? And then sometimes you'll see people that'll say, oh, she must be really rich then. Like my mom had said, then share the opportunity of how Bella paid it forward and provided over 60,000 jobs for different people by making this a direct selling company and not just selling it out to Macy's and Dillard's like she was asked that she possibly could do, and say, you know what, she paid it forward. So yes, she's making money off of it, But if you created an idea, wouldn't you want to be making money off of it too? But she's also paying it forward. So that's what I usually respond to it as well. Again, before I would be like, you're mean. No, no, just inside my head. So best way to do this, to be able to respond to that, to the rich question, is research the story of humble beginnings, the Origami Owl story, just like it's posted on here, and watch that video because it's really detailed, and it's 22 minutes, but it's so worth it. You get to hear from every one of the founders, Bella, her mom, everybody. So you'll see the key details of what really happened and how Origami Owl jumpstart and became what it is today. To help do that and what the center of this business is and what their values are, you can then politely shut those people down and tell them that she is a humble person. She could have sold out to Macy's and Dillard's who offered to buy out her company, but she is a humble person. So instead she wanted to show the opportunity of the business and for younger kids and adults to be able to raise money and reach your dreams and goals by owning their own company. So another thing people would say that I usually would like freak out a little bit because I didn't know everything was, okay, what is the price of this stuff? Well, oh, that's a good question actually. Karen just asked, how did Bella come up with the name Origami Owl? Well, that is a very important question because people will ask you that. Bella loved to make little origami pieces, so she would make like the origami cranes, and she loved owls. So they were like, you know what, let's come up with a really cool name that people will want to know what it is, and it's catchy, and it's something different. So that's how this company was named Origami Owl. Thank you for that question. Okay, so back to the, what is the price of this stuff? Okay, well, I know the charms are $5, but, you know, we have different lockets, and especially with the twist lockets now, there's a very large range of prices. So, usually what I'll say is, so basically, whether you're a seasoned designer or you're a designer who just signed up, do not feel bad to say, excuse me one moment, let me go look that up in the catalog, and let me get the exact price for you. That's what I like to say. Because there's nothing wrong with that, because you know we have a lot of products and want to be honest and forward with the people about what it is and how much it costs. And if they say that a locket is $36 for a base and it's too much, just go ahead and add on there and say, well, our lockets are stainless steel, they have Swarovski crystals that they have crystals on them, and they have patent pending different, you know, like they're our own lockets. No one else has them. And you know that they have a 90-day warranty on them as well. And that is where the value is. So that's what they're paying for. So make sure you tell them that. And also say that it tells their story and it's a great quality, and there's no and there's other products out there that don't have a guarantee on them. So that's a way that you can politely correct them and have a better understanding why things are the way they are. And if you need help finding these resources, please contact your mentor, or feel free to contact any of us that we speak on the webinar tonight as well.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Megan has one more part, and I forgot the picture, but she's going to share one more part to her journey and what she's done.
So, as I've reinstated this whole time, I was very shy, and I'm in 4-H, and I show at the fair every year, and I was in the poultry barn this past November, and I know it's a really silly story, but I feel like after this, I really helped break out of my shell and just speaking up and not being shy or letting people just say stuff. So I'm just going to share this quick story with you. So I'm that kind of person who doesn't like conflicts, confrontations, and arguments. And I usually push mean things that are being said about me to the side and let people say what they want, even if I have something to say back. So, but I'm also that person that my parents have brought to my attention numerous times that will stand up for people that are being bullied most of the time doing it for friends or even people that I've just met. And well, during the fair, like I said, this past November, I really started standing up and speaking up for myself in those kind of situations that I mentioned. I was in the poultry barn one night, sitting next to the incubator full of chickens and duck eggs ready to hatch. They do that for educational purposes. And the ones that had just hatched that last 2 days were put into a cage with a heat lamp right next to it. I was watching the public coming in, oohing and awing at them, and just admiring the barn. Well, 2 ducklings were just put into the cage and weren't as lively as the others, mostly because they were so tired from hatching, which is very tiring for them. When a while later, a group of 20-year-olds came in and started being a little too obnoxious, talking to the hatchlings like, "Why are you laying down? Get up, get up!" Just being really rude, while pointing at them and almost touching the cage that had a sign that said quite otherwise. So I politely said to them that they had just hatched that day, to which a woman in the group responded with, "Well, they should be up already." So this time, that response I keep inside came out, to which I responded to her with, "Well, I don't think that you got right up after you were born." And then someone else in her group said, "She's got a point." So after that, I was a little proud of myself for speaking up for my little duck friend. And after that, I really started politely standing up for myself in more situations. So like my little duck friend, I started to break out of my shell after that. So that's what I leave you with.
Yes, Megan has definitely broken out of her shell. She actually has, how many people on your team, Megan? Tell them.
6.
When did you get your first designer on your team?
Haley, my good friend from Girl Scouts, I believe March of 2014. No, wait, November of 2014. I can't remember.
Megan, it was exactly a year later. Haley was watching Megan post on Facebook about her events and different things we were doing, and she finally wrote her and said, "Okay, I want to do what you're doing. This looks like fun, and I think I can make some money doing this." So Megan had her first team member at a year, and since then, you have added who else in your first one?
I've added Kimberly and Pam just recently in February, who's rocking it as well, and Betsy, which is under Pam, and then Taylor will be joining her team, and then I also have Sherry and the other Haley without an I, and then I also have Lexus under Haley as well. So really awesome, and honestly, the only reason why I've grown so much in these past few months is because I gave my business and everything up to God, and I said, you know what, you're gonna do what you want to do and leave me, and that's why I'm doing so well, honestly. And I've just loved this journey of breaking out of my shell.
She's a little duckling. So I'm just so excited for Megan because she did attend National Convention in 2014 with me. We went to Arizona. We went to the Nest, and she got to meet Bella. They did have they do have a separate thing for the Owlettes, a whole like 4 to 6 hour session with them at convention. And also we went this last year to Chicago, like I said, and we had the big night at the museum and all the training there. And she's made so many friends across the country doing this business. And Megan will turn 18 this year, so she will actually, what she is she signed up under Albert, because when I joined back then, you were allowed to have 2 adults in the house with the children under you. And so she will turn 18, and then the business will just be in her name, no longer in Dad's name, and Megan as the Owlette. So it's a pretty exciting year for her and for us. But she has added these new team members a couple different ways. Tell her how we met Pam.
So Pam, honestly, that was like how I talked to her was so not me. Like I was just like, okay. So we were at the Mount Dora craft show, and
it started at 10.
It started at 10, and it started raining at around noon. And I mean, we were outside and we were just in a tent, so water was rushing down the pavement, and our stuff was getting wet, and I was like, Mom, I don't know, the crowd was dying down. I was like, Mom, I don't know if we should stay, maybe we should just go. And
So we started organizing some things, letting time go by, and then boom, this person would walk up, we'd have a $60 sale. And the next person would walk, and they all have umbrellas, and they're standing in the rain, and they're buying jewelry.
Yeah, they were dedicated.
And we're like, oh my gosh, you know. And again, we were off the beaten path, so we put a sign on the main street and had an arrow and balloons and drawing people to our attention. And so all of a sudden, here comes Pam, Lisa, and her family running up to us, and we're like, oh my gosh, you know. And she was so excited. And so I want to tell you, like, don't give up at events when it's raining. Don't give up when the crowd is not busy flowing through, you know, whether it's on a Sunday and church hasn't let out. Just start talking to vendors, start talking to people as they walk by. I don't care if they're not looking at your booth. If they're close and they can hear you, draw their attention to your booth. And so Pam comes running up. She wanted to replace a locket that she had broken when she slept on it or something, she said. And so we just start talking. And now she had known about this company for quite a while and never knew Bella's story. And this is so important part to us. She was touched by that. And she goes, you know, I've been thinking about joining. And, you know, we'll let her tell that story. But,
and then one thing that I said, I don't even know why it came out. I was like, well, just do it. Like, come on. Like, come on, let's do it.
What are you waiting for? So it was sort of cute, you know, and that's what we're saying is like, just really just be yourself and have fun with people.
Break out of your shell.
Okay.
She's gonna be hashtag break out of your shell.
So now we're going to hear from Pam. I'm so excited to have Pam here. I have to unmute her. Give me 1 second. You there, Pam?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Now just make sure you have anything else, any other speaker or anything else turned down, and then we won't get the echo, okay?
Okay.
All right. So Pam, you want to tell me about you?
Okay. Hi, guys. It's Pam. So let's get back to that story about how I first met them. First off, I just want to say that I had known about Origami Owl. I had one for 2 years. Pretty much I wanted to join, but with health reasons and other things, it just wasn't the right timing for me. So I found out that it was really all about timing. So when I was at the art festival, I knew what I wanted to get. I seen that Origami Owl booth, and I was ready to run in the pouring rain for this booth. And just like they were saying, Megan said, just do it. You know, like, what are you waiting for? So, and like, I looked at my mom, and I looked at my wife, and I was like, what am I waiting for? This is the perfect opportunity, the perfect timing. And I was touched because I had known about Origami Owl for 2 years. I never knew Bella's story. They told me Bella's story. And then to see Megan being so young as she is, working this business, and how confident she was because of it, I just couldn't not join this team. So I told them, you know, give me a few days and I'm going to get the biggest kit there is, you know. So the big kit really had great results for me. I've been doing it now since February, and the picture there on the left is, we've done one other event, but this was a major event at the Lake County Fair. Me and my wife had did it together, and at first she was like Megan as well, very shy, and didn't think that she was going to pop out of her shell, scared to talk to people, you know. And by the end of the 10-day event, she was like amazing. Like, she was reeling these customers in, like getting them in. So let's get back to the Ultimate Jewelry Bar launch kit. Now, we got this kit, and something I'm a firm believer of for people that are out there, you want to spend a little money to make money in any business. In reality, if you look at a business, to start up a business, it's going to cost a little bit of money. And this is probably the cheapest business you'll ever start up in your life if you get the big kit. That way, if you see on the picture on the right, that's everything that came in my kit. That was enough for me. I mean, don't get it wrong. You know, you can do it with the little kits, you know, but my personal experience, I got one of the big kits. I wanted to go hard or go home, you know. So we did the Lake County Fair, and in the first couple of days of the fair, we paid off this kit. So don't be scared to invest a little money, because if you're willing to put the time and effort out there, you will make the money back in this kit, and have tons of jewelry left over. So let's get to, paid it back in the first 2 days. 2 days. Okay. So let's get a little personal with your customers. Don't be scared when they come up to you to tell them something personal about yourself. For example, my dad died. So I will tell the customers, you know, my father passed away and I have a charm for him in my locket. They're like, oh my God, like, that's such a great idea, you know. Don't be afraid to tell them a bit about yourself. That way, when you engage in a conversation like that and you're talking to them, then it brings up things in their life and they see the confidence you have to talk about something that might be hurtful to you, you know, and like my father passing, and then they see, like, they could build a relationship after that, or whatever it is you're talking about, and they can kind of like pick up the conversation. And don't be scared to ask about them. You know, have you ever lost anyone? What do you do? Do you like hobbies? You know, I had a lady at this event who was like, oh, you probably don't have my hobby. I was like, well, try me. What is it? She said scrapbooking. I'm like, oh, right here, here's the scrapbooking charm. She was in awe. Like, you know, that I had the charm of her hobby. You know, so there is something in the charms that are for everybody. You just have to, don't be scared to ask them a little bit about themselves and ask them, what's your story, you know, what do you like to do, and stuff like that. So that really helped us throughout this event. And let me just give you some numbers on how well we did at this event. Pretty much we have like 15 people that are interested in maybe joining. I've been messaging. I have probably like at least 10 or 15 people that want to host delivery bars, which we've already got one booked and ready for Mother's Day that we're doing. We made almost 3,000 in sales in the 10 days. So another thing is that, yes, some of these events cost money. This event happened to cost $475 for the 10 days, which was amazing. But you can't be scared to put a little money out, because in the end, you will get it back, okay? Not only that, you can't be scared to pay for that, because something that I've learned through this 10-day event is your leads are priceless. You cannot buy those leads, and the leads that we got and how many people we got interested and everything, those leads were worth every penny spent. So if you figure it out, it was $47 a day for the fee for the booth. I mean, it was just awesome. So while we were there, we met this girl, Taylor, who was so sweet. Her story was amazing. Like, she's a homeschool just like Megan. She's in a 4-H program just like Megan. And she really inspired us to where we did the learn to earn. So she didn't have the money right away. So we let her work 2 of the days of the event with us as she's learning and she's earning. So we paid her for those 2 days, and she wanted to get the little kit, but instead of getting the little kit, she's now going for the medium-sized kit because of the amount of money she's earned. And you've got to be a force for good in this, because my wife even called her today and was like, look, how much money do you have? She's like, I have $320. She's like, I just need $80 more. My wife said to her, when I get paid on Friday, I will give you that $80. Now, this kid has been, like, the day after we met her, she jumped on a call with Tina and Megan, like, and this girl was just so amazing. She just, everything about her, just the drive that this little kid had. She's 14 years old. The drive that she had with this company is just, it was awesome. So if you see in the picture on the right, we actually had gotten a sense of a bracelet when we joined and got the starter kit the day. I don't know if some of you guys know, but we crashed the internet one day because so many people were joining that day because they were giving away this free bracelet that says 2016 is my year. Well, my sister-in-law, Betsy, got one. I got one. And then because of that, I got another one. So I had given that bracelet to her to motivate her even more, and she loved it and everything. Now, her mom was so impressed with her that her mom posted, if you see on the left, that's a Facebook post, and her mom was posting, you know, how basically, you know, that she's going to sign up for an Owlette, and she needed help, you know, doing this, whatever. And 5 people messaged her saying, you could babysit my kids, you can clean my house, you could do this and that. So don't be afraid for you moms that are on this call if your kids want to join, you might not have the money to tell people on Facebook or tell people, that my daughter's trying to start a company, she's reaching her goal, and she's trying to earn some money. What can she do? People are asking her, do you want to have a garage sale for me? Do you want to, and let me just tell you, people will help you out there. People will go out of their way to help you. So, this company is just really about being a force for good. So the most important thing, like never to forget, is about doing that. My sister-in-law, we even helped my sister-in-law out by starting her company for her. She's a mom of 3 kids. And she came up this weekend, and I kind of threw her in the event. I let her see what I was doing for like an hour, and then I kind of took a step back like I had to. Obviously, Tina gave me the training and things to say, and when you say those things, it will work. When you tell the story of Bella, it will work. I'm a proven story. And my sister-in-law jumped in, and let me tell you, she was a rock star by the end of the night and was, like, ready to do it again. But it was the last day of the event. So, that's just something that I want to share with you guys, because you just don't know it until you really experience it. And don't be scared to experience it. Be who you are. Be yourself. I have a wife, and people think that I might get discriminated. I was in Lake County with the most hillbilly, redneck people, and no one judged me. I told them, I have a wife. This is my story, because they would ask me what's in my locket. Don't be afraid to tell them what's in your locket if they ask. Don't be afraid to engage in conversations. Let them get personal with you, just as get personal back with them. So that's all I have to say right there about Taylor and everything.
Pam, you totally rocked. You did. I want people to hear this, and I want people to see this post with Tanya posting about Taylor, because when she did that, I shared it, because right there for people to see what they could do. Now, you told them about the people wanting to do work for her to do work, but I didn't put on here all the people it said, when she joins, I'll do a jewelry bar for her. She had like 5 to 8 people that responded. So, oh my gosh, I can't wait till my daughter's old enough. So you guys, don't be afraid to share. Don't be afraid to share what your team is doing, what your Owlettes are doing, because I'm sorry, but at many events we've been to, Chrissy said, teens and tweens get a really bad rap right now, that everybody is what? And the words have been lazy, selfish, condescending, like all these horrible words. And I'm sitting there shaking my head, and I'm like, that's not my girls. First of all, the Hendrickson house believes in spankings and and punishment. So
and that is exactly why I am who I am today. I have respected them, and that's what people need.
And so so I love when people share about their kids and what they're doing. And so do you see that sweet girl is filling out her Alice list? Because what we did was she went on that call, and we told her, okay, when you do when you fill out your Alice list, and within 24 hours we're sending you a gift. And so that's the kind of things these kids have great goals. So of course this can be transferred over to an adult that wants to work the business as well. They can do the earn while you learn, and they can do a lot of other things. I know a lot of you are very busy. Can I just give you a little background on me? I am a homeschool mom. I also run our family business, which is a lawn and landscape business, full time, and Megan helps me do that. We have like 25 properties that range from a residential lot up to 11-acre property. So I am a 4-H mom, a 4-H leader. We are involved in the girls' youth program, and the girls are in karate, and they're in a dance drama youth class, and we raise animals 6 months out of the year for the fair.
Archery.
The girls are in archery. So for someone to go, oh, I'm so busy. Listen, you're talking and listening to the right people, because busy people get things done, and we want to help you. So you're probably wondering, I'm ready. Let's do this, right? So we want to help you find events. So our challenge to you, anybody that fills out their Alice list tonight, and you have 24 hours to screenshot it and send it to me. on text or email or Facebook. I don't care. My number is 386-804-0396. We'll put it in the chat box. And anyone that fills this out and sends it to me with their name or whatever in your text to me, we will send you a gift, okay? Because we firmly believe in the Alice list and the vital behaviors. So let's start off with this. You fill this out. It will help you find events. It will definitely help you find events. Start looking through this. And as you start to see different things of like your hairdresser, office manager, insurance people, go in and pay your bills. Don't pay the things online. Go in and see people. Of course, your inner circle with your family and your classmates and that sort of thing. Children's contacts. If you do no longer have children at home, work through your grandchildren. If you have no grandchildren that are local, contact the people in your neighborhood and tell them you want to help them, okay? You need to ask everyone for referrals of events that are happening. And you know what? When you lock in that deal, offer them a gift. It could be a percentage off. It could be a free gift. It could be a gift with purchase. Again, you are the CEO. You choose what you want to do.
Offer fundraisers when friends post on Facebook about their children's groups needing funds raised.
We just did this with the 4-H group. We've been talking to them for a while. Every year, the livestock committee does very well with Volusia County. They were first place for the state of Florida this year.
For state judging, they first in the state.
For the meat. That's for meat judging, sorry. And, livestock. Sorry. I'm so confused. They're doing so many at one time. But anyways, they earned first place. They go to nationals. And so it's going to cost $2,500 per child. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a jewelry bar online. We're going to meet with them. And then I'm also going to send in the information to Origami Owl because they also help with fundraisers and being a force for good. But keep an eye out as your people, as your friends and your peoples, whatever you want to say, are doing, their kids are posting, oh, travel ball, or you're going to read it. You're going to see what people are saying stuff. And you can say, private message them and say, hey, I just want to talk to you and let you know that I'm willing to do a fundraiser. I'll tell you what we do. You can choose what you want to do. We offer 50% of our commission to the group. And depending on how big it is and what goes on, if it's 1 or 2 moms that are really heading it up or 1 or 2 dads heading it up, you can then gift them the hostess exclusive gift, and you can give another gift the same, value if you want. Our first one that we did was $1,600. I made $750 in commission. I gave them $375 in cash. The 2 moms that headed it up were the ones that received 2 complete locket sets that were about $100 value. And then I received all of the hostess rewards minus those 2 things. So I still made $375 in commission, plus I got about $400 worth of jewelry and the 4 half off and there was a bookings off of it. So the numbers just multiplied. So you're being a force for good and you're helping others, but you're helping, you're still making money too. So think of it that way.
Check out local churches, venues, and create your own. So do a stop and shop. Do something at your house. Do you have another business? Do it there.
You can also check with local places that you can create and put 4 or 5 direct sale companies together, and you help build each other by bringing your customers to them and they bring their customers to you. So think of that, especially think of places that would offer that. So I really appreciate you all being on the call. Yes, Darlene, thank you. Check Facebook groups as well. That is something else you can do. And you can check pretty far out for Facebook. So, that's the nice thing about that.
Also events on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because it'll tell you different events that are in your area as well.
Yeah. Now, I am going to stop the recording and then we will open it up for anyone that wants to ask questions. And just remember that you can go ahead and email me or text message me if you want your Alice list. And if you have other ideas and you want to share, I really appreciate it. So let me stop the recording and thank you again for being on the call.